What's up, guys? So here we are with another Chargepoint video. Okay, guys, so to follow things up, I recently posted about Lucid Motors. That stock would absolutely went ripping, and now I'm kind of looking for the next play. Okay, so obviously Tesla led the pack when they came out with that big Hertz deal. Then Lucid Motors led the pack. And most recently this week when they came out that they were announcing deliveries on October 30th. So now what is ChargePoint going to do? Okay, we all know about the infrastructure bill with the billions of dollars of funding for renewable energy projects and money to rebuild the infrastructure, because America's infrastructure it's a bit neglected. Okay, guys, so that is part of the reason why Joe Biden wants this bill passed, but it's being held up currently in the House. So we're going to talk a lot about kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. Okay, it looks like the Democrats, Republicans are arguing over whatever when it comes to the terms of the bill. But I think this is just chatter. Okay, guys, we're not really interested in the politics here. We're interested in making money. So this is a financial channel, and I'm guessing once this infrastructure gets passed, ChargePoint will soar to the moon. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people picked up on. As you can see here, the stock dipped all the way down to $18. A lot of people said, oh, ChargePoint is going to $15, $10, $5. Guys, this is a picks and shovels play, okay? We just saw that Hertz ordered 100,000 Teslas. All of these new cars, right? The Lucid, the Fisker, more Teslas coming out. Ford's going to be launching cars. There's, a Rivian is coming. All of these cars are going to need to be charged. So this is my favorite pure EV charging play. It's asset-light company. We're going to talk a lot more about this in this video and why I think this is obviously a great long-term hold, but you can make a lot of money with some long options if we can kind of figure out exactly when the infrastructure bill is going to be officially signed by Joe Biden, guys. So in this video, we're going to talk more about this. Before I get into the video, guys, I want to show you guys one of my favorite trading apps. Okay, guys, make sure you grab your 2 free stocks over at Webull. All you have to do is open a brokerage account and get your first free stock. You direct deposit your money, you get a second free stock, guys. Webull, my favorite stock trading app I've been using to trade options and things like that, especially when it comes to a lot of these recent plays like Lucid and ChargePoint and things like that. You can also buy crypto, Dogecoin. You can actually buy Shiba Inu on Webull as well. You guys cannot buy it right now on Robinhood, guys. So be sure to check out Webull. Links in the description below. So let's get right into it, guys. So I usually go to Political. That's my favorite kind of blog slash news channel for a lot of information on what's going on over at the House. And it looks like here that there has been a tiny bit of progress made, but it looks like things have been suspended. So it says the House voted Thursday night to temporarily reauthorize transportation funding, abruptly reversing course after Democratic leaders earlier vowed to pass a bipartisan Senate for infrastructure bill. So the biggest problem here is that it looks like that there's just a disagreement here based on the spending. But the good thing is that even though there's going to be a lot of back and forth, okay, I do believe this bill is going to get passed. So that's what I'm trying to figure out exactly when this is going to happen, because that's going to be the bullish catalyst that is going to send most of these EV charging stocks, obviously including ChargePoint, through the moon. And that's exactly what happened with Tesla, okay? So when Tesla got that big Hertz order, a lot of people woke up and were like, whoa, this EV thing is for real. Like, a Hertz is going to have people renting these vehicles. Like, that was a game changer, right? And that lifted all of the EV stocks. So the biggest problem, the biggest impediment right now is this infrastructure bill. This is what's stopping the EV charging stocks from basically running as well. And the biggest problem is, of course, it's going to be spending. So as you can see here, it says the $1.75 trillion framework that had been announced first thing Thursday morning, just as Biden reached the Capitol for his remarks. Along with the massive investments in healthcare and education, most expensive items in Biden's proposal are clean energy and climate investments at $555 billion. So that's what we're looking at, okay? A lot of this bill is to spend literally $500 billion on clean energy, climate things, and that includes all different types of things to push America forward to try to become a zero emissions, if that's possible. I don't really know. Obviously, we're going to have fossil fuel here and there, but the goal is to push the country through to get as zero emissions as possible, hopefully within the next 10, 20, or 30 years. Really not sure how long it's going to take, but that's where we're moving in this direction. So when will the bill get passed? I'm not sure, okay? This bill should have been passed probably a few weeks ago, but it has. So I've been simply just sitting here, holding long. I want to move into obviously an option to try to take advantage of that bullish action, but I'm not exactly sure when. So the only thing we can do right now is wait. But for you guys that are thinking long term, okay, I think this is an excellent entry point simply because we're still under $25, okay? I've been buying Chargepoint like crazy. If you guys have been following my channel, you know how I have a long-term $3,000 price target for this company by 2030. Yes, I believe in it that much. I think this stock will easily 100x because it's a picks and shovels play. And every single time an EV company like Lucid, Tesla, Ford, that's starting to produce vehicles, Rivian, all of these vehicles that are entering the United States, North America, and Europe, they have to be charged. So it doesn't really matter whichever news release we see. So if Lucid's coming out with vehicles, that's good for Chargepoint. If Tesla's announcing vehicles, that's good for Chargepoint. Rivian's good for Chargepoint. Fisker's good for Chargepoint. They have some smaller companies out there as well. Lordstown Motors. You've got other really small companies like Electromechanica, okay? They're based out of Canada. They're launching vehicles, these really tiny vehicles, okay? It doesn't matter. Any vehicle is going to help Chargepoint because Chargepoint is the dominant market share, over 70% market share over the EV charging market. Now, obviously, there's some other competitors out there, but we've talked about this a lot on this channel, how I'm just looking for the most pure play with an asset-light business model and a company that's already doing revenue. So this company's already making over like $150 million a year, something crazy like that. And EV adoption is literally like 1 or 2%. So how much money will Chargepoint produce? How much revenue will they bring in when EV adoption's at 5%, 10%? 20, 30, 40, and so on and so on and so forth. So that's what we're really rating for here, guys. But also, even without this bill, okay, you're still up. If you bought in, right when, over the last year, you're up 76%. So now it's been a little rough year to date, okay, because we had that huge pop. And a lot of people, if you guys are bag holding, maybe you bought it at around 40 or so. But I still think that this bill is going to send us right back up to $40 because the government's going to be investing a lot of money into building out these charging stations, and I expect them to partner with companies like Chargepoint. Obviously, they're the largest in the United States. It would make sense that they would partner with a company like that who already has an established base and has a lot of charging points. And also mentioned some of my previous videos, Chargepoint's picked up a few acquisitions to kind of expand their footprint as well in Europe. So everything is looking extremely well. But I do think that this is going to be one of the next plays that pops. We've seen EV stocks absolutely soar on positive bullish news, as I mentioned earlier, the Tesla news and the Lucid Motor news. So once this bill gets passed, I really think we could see similar bullish movement, perhaps a 20, 30, 40% move, just like we saw with Lucid. So right now, I'm being conservative, okay? So my year to date, my end of year price target, assuming the bill gets passed by the end of the year. And, like I said, this bill's probably 100% going to get passed. It's just they're going to, basically, deliberate a little bit on the spending, but it's going to get passed. So I would say that I would expect Chargepoint to at least fill to $40, which provides at least something like around 70 to 80 upside within the next month or two. Like I said, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm seeing here, and I'm basically looking for the next EV catalyst play, and I really think that Chargepoint is in a great position to benefit from this infrastructure bill. So that's it, guys. Obviously, there are a couple ways to play. You can just buy the long stock, hold. I really think this company's going to do much better in 2022, 2023 as more and more people get EVs. And if you guys are looking to play that news, be sure to look out for news on the infrastructure bill. If this bill gets passed, these stocks are going to run. So, obviously, you've got EVBox, EVgo, ChargePoint, Volta, maybe even Tesla gets a bit of a boost as well because they have a supercharging network. So I would say play some call options on this. This looks like a really nice opportunity. But right now I'm just patiently holding my shares. My average cost is around $25, okay? I've been buying throughout the whole year. I've just been adding, and then I added a bunch here on this dip. So I'm basically breaking even, and I'm just waiting, just patiently like I was waiting with Lucid. I was just waiting for that stock to pop. I knew it was going to pop. So it's just a waiting game with these EV stocks. EV charging and EV, car companies aren't going anywhere. It's the future of technology when it comes to transportation. So these are great buy and hold candidates in my opinion. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Be sure you enjoy my content, smash the thumbs up button, hit the red subscribe button as well. Let me know what you guys think about Chargepoint. Really haven't seen a lot of people talking about it, and the volume hasn't really been that high. Okay, just 5-10 million shares and just steady off, but it has been making some bullish movements. Okay, if we kind of take a look here at the weekly chart, we have 3 green weeks in a row. So hopefully we'll see a nice big green candle once that infrastructure bill is passed. So that's all I got until next time, guys. Take care.